Hi guys, welcome back. So in this lesson, this is a really important one, how to make your choruses pop. And it's extremely important in pop music. So the first thing I like to do is to widen the guitars on the chorus. So you'll see here that I've started automating the panning. So you just open up an automation lane, however you do that in your DAW, and then you choose panner. In Cubase it's called standard panner, left, right. And you can see that I've got the verse guitars, the backing guitars, not the center guitar obviously, the left guitar and the right guitar. I've panned these back in. They were left and right fully, I think, but I've panned these back in to just left 32 and right 32. So the number goes up to 100. So we've only got like a third going out to the left and the right. So basically you've got the center guitar, which is obviously center, and then you've got these two guitars just to the left and just to the right. And this is just for the verse. You can see here we're on the verse. And you can see the value is here, 32, 32. And then when we get to the chorus, which is at 25, as you can see here, I've increased the panning from 32. You put your marker here, or your cursor, playhead rather. You can see we've gone out to 73 and right 73. So these guitars are going from fairly narrow to fairly wide. So we've got these extra guitars here, which is what Ethan recorded for us. So what I've done on these is added them hard left and hard right. And I've actually duplicated that, as you can see, and used the Haas effect, 20 milliseconds, because we only had one of these takes. But I've put these hard left and hard right. So you've got these on 70 panning and these on 100 panning. So this is helping all the time to create a stereo spread and a wall of guitar sound. So you've obviously got the guitar center as well. So we've got a nice spread of guitars. I've also added some extra tube compression on these extra guitars here. Drive up, character up. Not going overboard, only getting -2 dBs. And we've got some high EQ shelf happening here just to brighten them up a little bit. Just to bring that distortion out a little bit. Plenty of reverb, but reverb short. And so once we put all these guitars on together, let's go from the verse to the chorus. So hopefully you can see how everything goes wide, extra guitars come in with distortion, and the whole thing just pops. Now we're only listening to the guitars here at the moment, so let me just show you that in the mix actually. Whatever, I don't care. Hey, hey, yeah. We've got to know now. Okay, so that's the main thing you can do when you've got a guitar track, is to widen them on the chorus and make them quite narrow just before the chorus is always a good idea as well. What you could do is get the guitar group and add a saturation plugin and automate the bypass on it so the guitars are only saturated on the chorus. That is another way to do it. Would tend to lift up the top end as well, which is always a good thing. I haven't done that on this track, but that is an option to you, automating saturation. What I decided to do on this particular track was boost the high end of the EQ just a couple of dBs, so a high shelf, just by a couple of dBs on the chorus, again to make that pop. So what I did was I got the Vox group and the guitar group and made another group called the guitar Vox group. So I just routed these two, this one here, put on an insert with Studio EQ, just the basic EQ, and literally just high shelf, 2.4 dBs. Just from 5K onwards, and that is going to lift up the top end a tiny bit just for the chorus, and we've automated the bypass here. So this is another reason why the chorus is popping. Ever, I don't care. So it's not active at the moment. Hey, hey, yeah. We've got to know now and come together. So that's lifting all the guitars, all the vocals, just a couple of dBs on the top end for the chorus, and it works really well. I did try this trick on the whole mix, so on the stereo out, but it was bringing out the hi-hats too much. So I went back, undid it, and did it on the guitars and vocals only. Another trick to make the chorus pop is up the top on the stereo out. So we're automating volume, which you might think, oh wow, that's a bit of a brave move. But all we're doing is, although this looks a lot, this is only a couple of dBs, like minus 2.03. So what we do is, you reduce the volume ever so slightly all the way along the verse. It's so slight that you won't notice it. And so when you do get to the chorus, or just before the chorus, you've got minus 2 dBs in volume. So when you kick it back in to normal volume on the chorus, again, it's going to have the effect of popping that chorus. So whenever you want anything to pop, it's always best to reduce whatever it is just before it, and then it gives it more impact. So we've done it on volume, we've done it on panning, we've done it on EQ. All these things combined really make the chorus pop out. So I think that's about it for making the chorus pop. Cheers guys, bye bye.